What's going on, you guys? It's Scott from Fly Rides, back again today with another quick bike breakdown for you guys. Today we have got an eMTB quick bike breakdown, or electric mountain bike if you're new to eMTBs. We're checking out the Bulls E-Stream EVO AM 4. This is basically an old stalwart of the community at this point. The Bulls E-Stream EVO AM 4 is a bike that you can count on every single year to have excellent quality. You've got the Brose S Mag motor, Fox suspension, Monkey Link accessory attachments if you were into that kind of thing, and then everything else you would need on a Class 1 eMTB, whether you are an advanced rider or you're just getting into it and want a higher end bike to start out on so you can kind of grow into something. Before we break into the review, I want you guys to just do me a quick favor real quick, and yourselves a favor if you're doing Class 1 eMTB research, and subscribe to the channel. Subscribe, hit that bell. You are not gonna wanna miss our reviews if you are looking into eMTBs. And if by the end of the video you are digging it, don't forget to like it as well, because that definitely helps us out. But let's check out the Bulls E-Stream EVO AM 4 and see what's new for 2021. So if you've seen this channel before, you know what we're about to do. Let's talk about specs, baby.
Let's talk about specs, baby.
Starting off with the drivetrain on this excellent bike, you have got the Shimano Dior XT derailleur, 10 to 51 teeth on the cassette in the back, and also 12 speeds this year. This is of course partnered off with the Brose S Mag motor, 90 Newton meters of torque. It is a Class 1 eMTB motor, which means it goes up to 20 miles per hour. It will assist you up to 20 miles per hour. And then further assisting this drivetrain is a 750 watt-hour supercore battery. That is a huge battery. There are not many batteries as big as this Bulls one, and they have been doing it for years at this point. So they know what they're doing with this battery. It is a very reliable system and a powerful one at that. This 10 to 51 tooth cassette in the back, along with that 90 Newton meters of torque, basically means you're gonna be able to crush just about any hill. And if you can't, you do have walk assist as well. With that amount of power coming out of this bike, you are going to want some strong brakes, and you do have those. They are Shimano Dior XT 4-piston hydraulic disc brakes, a 203 millimeter rotor in the front, and a 180 millimeter rotor in the back. Hydraulic disc brakes are basically the only way to go at this point, especially on Class 1 eMTBs. If you're gonna be using it in an eMTB situation, you want that stopping power. You're getting a pretty nice suspension setup as well. It's 150 millimeters of travel front and rear, which is excellent for an all-mountain style. And it comes from Fox. You're getting a Fox Float DPS in the back and a Fox Float 36 rhythm fork up front. Again, 150 millimeters of travel. It is great for these all-mountain bikes, and that's exactly what this bike is, and it offers an all-mountain style of riding. 27.5-inch wheel set fans will be excited to know that it is a 27.5-inch wheel set on this. It is a tubeless ready setup along with Hans Dampf tires from Schwalbe. They're going to be 2.8 inches wide, and I am personally a huge fan. I think they add a lot of extra support for riders who might be new to eMTB or mountain biking in general, so you can, be a little more forgiving if you've missed the line. They add a ton of traction, and they just make you feel more confident on this bike. I really like the setup the Bulls has stuck to throughout the years, even as most of the industry goes with 29ers on this style of bike. Your geometry on this bike is a nice cross-country all-mountain style. It's a 67.5 degree head tube angle, a 74 degree seat tube angle, and a 460 millimeter chainstay length. So a really great bike for single track riders, cross-country riders, and all mountain riders as well. Bulls offers you all of this on a bike that is just $61.99, which at this point in eMTBs, for the type of specs that you are getting on this bike, is almost unheard of. So a really nice price, but let's talk about how it rode. I've always loved the fact that they have those 27.5-inch wheels along with those nice plus-size tires. It really just adds some confidence, especially if you're like me. You might be okay at mountain biking, but you're definitely no world ender, and you want all the help you can get in terms of staying on that bike and not having to go down into the dirt. It really helps me feel like I can descend pretty quick and take on any terrain. Similarly, I think the Fox Rhythm Fork is excellent for the style of riding I like to do. I probably wouldn't want to go any lower than this personally for paying this type of price point, but those 36 millimeter stanchions along with the grip damper in there really provide a nice supple and responsive suspension setup. The Brose S Mag motor is as powerful as ever and as quiet as ever too. I really enjoyed that, really no complaints. If you haven't ridden it at this point, it's really the best just to get on it and try it. It is one of the top quality eMTB motors on the market still to this day. I'm trying to think of the thing I like most about this bike, but I really keep coming back to the fact that it is really confidence inspiring. That geometry, along with those nice wide tires on the 27.5-inch wheels, really does a lot for me. Along with 150 millimeters of travel, you're really gonna be able to hit a lot of terrain that really anybody who's a beginner all the way up to like intermediate, and maybe even intermediate pushing in towards advanced, the 150 millimeters of travel is going to be plenty, as is this bike. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to the Fly Rides Electric Bike channel because we are going to keep you up to date on all things eMTB. So if you're doing that bike research right now, I promise you are going to want to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching, you guys, and until next time, enjoy the ride.